Hey everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of Thomas & Friends Import Reviews. In this video, we're going to be talking about my first Thomas with the twin engines. And we're not just talking about one pair of twin engines, we're talking about two different pairs of twin engines. And I'm of course talking about Donald and Douglas, the Scottish twin engines, and Bill and Ben, the tank engine twins. So, without further ado, let's jump into the history of my first Thomas with the twin engines. So my first Thomas with the twin engines was originally released in Japan back in March 18th of 2009, distributed by Sony Creative Products Incorporated. Then on February 3rd, 2011, it was finally released over in Australia, distributed by ABC for Kids. And now we got the history part out of the way, let's jump into my copies of my first Thomas with the twin engines. Alright, we will now jump into my copies of my first Thomas with the twin engines. So here we have the Japanese copy. So of course, like over in Japan, they of course get their DVD copies first, and then over in Australia they get their copies like in 2010, 11, while Japan gets their copies in 2008 and 9, stuff like that. Anyways, taking a look at the front post art, looks pretty nice. Sony Creative Products Incorporated on top, right here. Thomas Friends logo. The text is in Japanese. And then here we have Donald and Douglas. This is a scene from Twin Trouble. And then, which, unfortunately, this is not on this release. It feels like they should have added this. I mean, that would have been a good idea. Anyways, here we have James. This is a scene from Dirty Work, which is not on this release, obviously, because it has nothing to do with Donald and Douglas or Bill and Ben. Anyways, here we have Sir Topham Hatt with a staff member. I mean, this is probably one of Sir Topham Hatt's helpers. Anyways, we can see a little bit of Mavis right here. Anyways, here we have Bill and Ben right here. And then at the bottom here we have Japanese promo art. I think that's what you call it. Here we have Bill and Ben and Donald and Douglas. Here we have the DVD video logo, spine, and of course the spine looks pretty sun-faded. Here we have, let's see, that looks like Donald, and the other, is that Bill or Ben? If I look at the name tag, if we look at it. Not sure if I could see it on camera, but let me see. This one's probably Bill, right here. Either that's Bill or Ben. Yeah, now let's see if my, okay. Just trying to make sure my camera's focused. Anyways, here we have, of course, some episodes. It's pretty fair how we got, basically 4 Donald and Douglas episodes and 4 Bill and Ben episodes. Well, the episode Donald sucked. We just have Donald and not Douglas. So, yeah. I mean, it feels like if they didn't add that episode, feels like they should have added Twin Trouble. That would have been a really, really good idea, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying Donald Duck is a bad idea. It's just, well, I'm just saying, because, like I said, Donald Duck, we just have Donald, and while Twin Trouble, we have both Donald and Douglas involved. Anyways, at the bottom, here we have Bill and Ben and Donald and Douglas. And here we have the Hit Entertainment logo. There's all that copy information. And the DVD, it is Region 2. And then language, here we have, you could do Japanese dub or English dub. The Japanese narrator is Leo Morimoto, and the 2 English narrators are Ringo Starr and Michael Angelis. And here's the disc. Squished up version of the front post art. And we'll have a look at the inside artwork. Looks pretty nice. And here we have the episodes. last but not least, here we have the Australian copy of My First Thomas with the Twin Engines. So here we have Thomas, and one thing that really I'm kind of upset about, because the thing is, like, for a moment you see, oh, it's Bill and Ben, but it turns out there are two Bills right here, because you can see, like, the nameplates right here. So I'm guessing behind this Bill, Ben's, like, at the back. You see that right there? Yeah, if I didn't know better, I'd say, like, behind this Bill, Ben's behind there. Anyways, here we have an introduction to the world of Thomas, ABC for Kids logo, rated G in Australia. I like the yellow touch to it because Bill and Ben are yellow. Here we have the spine, and then the back. Then here we have Donald and Douglas. This is a scene from Gordon and the Engineer, which is not on this release. Here we have blurb. If you want to pause and read that, feel free. And here we have the episodes. Same episodes, just like with the Japanese copy. And all the Australian DVDs are Region 4. And here we have the disc. Squisher version of the front post art. And now we will jump into the menu tour, starting with the Japanese DVD copy. Alright, here we have the menu tour for My First Thomas with the Twin Engines. This is the Japanese DVD copy. So here we have play video, and then you can do Japanese dub or English dub. And then over here you can do no subtitles, Japanese subtitles, or English subtitles. So our episodes are Break Van, The Deputation, and for the promo shot, like the thumbnail, they use the scene from Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree, which this episode right here, it's supposed to be The Deputation. I don't know why they decided to add a scene from Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree. Anyways, here we have The Diesel, Donald's Duck, One Good Turn, Heroes, Buffer Bother, and Bad Day at Castle Lock. And now we'll do the menu tour for the Australian DVD copy. Alright, here we have the menu tour for the Australian DVD copy of My First Thomas with the Twin Engines. So here we have play all episodes and then episode selection. So, our episodes, same thing, but I'm just gonna say them again in case some of you don't remember. Anyways, here we have Break Van, The Deputation, The Diesel, Donald's Duck, One Good Turn, Heroes, Buffer Bother. I think this one's supposed to be Buffer Bother. It's not Buffer Brothers, so yeah, they screwed that up. Anyways, and Bad Day at Castle Lock. And that's it for the menu tour. Now we'll jump into my review and thoughts on My First Thomas with the Twin Engines. So overall, do I recommend My First Thomas with the Twin Engines? Well, pretty much same answer, just like with every other My First Thomas DVD that I've reviewed and stuff like that. Basically, if Donald and Douglas and or Bill and Ben are your favorite characters from the show, then feel free to get this one. But if they're not your favorite characters, then you don't have to buy this one. I mean, how can you not love Donald and Douglas? I mean, of course, I do love Bill and Ben, too. I mean, they're both pretty good. I mean, both different pairs of twin engines. They're pretty good. Pretty good characters. They're definitely fan favorites, for sure. Anyways, that about wraps up this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.